Welcome back, guys, to my solo high-round strategy guide for Outbreak on Exo Zombies. We're here at round 16. We have the Cell 3 Mark 8 and the pie take that we're using to build points up here. Distraction drones. We have 2 camouflages from orbital drops, and I think it's a rocket drone. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we're looking good. We're set up pretty good right now. It's just all about building the points, upgrading the weaponry, and then we'll be getting to some of the higher rounds, starting to use the traps as part of this regular strategy that we're using. And we get a hyper damage, so we can just basically take out a ton of these zombies using the pie take. We get a max ammo as well, so I'm going to chuck out a distraction drone. So obviously Zombies 101, you want to chuck out a distraction drone, aka monkey bomb, when you see a max ammo, so you can take out a ton of zombies, then get the max ammo to replenish. One thing I haven't mentioned in this map is it's really handy because every round you get an extra special grenade back. So you'll actually be able to use more distraction drones than you would normally get to use on a Treyarch map with the monkey bombs. So that's really useful. The other thing that's a little bit different with the distraction drones on this map is the dogs. When you get a dog round, normally dogs are immune to monkey bombs, but in Exo Zombies they are actually attracted to the distraction drone. So you can actually use that to distract the dogs while you take them out. It makes it laughably easy to get through the dog rounds. The dog rounds really are absolutely no threat whatsoever in Exo Zombies, at least in this map right now. Now, one other thing I'll mention about the upgraded guns. If you upgrade your gun and you put it back into the 3D printer to get another gun, if you go back to the 3D printer, you can actually get it back out of the 3D printer at whatever level it was upgraded to when you traded it out. So it'll actually stay for the rest of the game available to you at whatever level you upgraded it to in the 3D printer. And the same thing goes if you buy a wall weapon and upgrade it. If you buy a different gun and swap it out, you can actually buy it back off the wall at whatever level you upgraded it to before you got rid of it. So that's actually pretty cool. I really like that in the map. Having a bit of trouble with the EMZs there, so I just took no chances and threw out the distraction drone. So if you do get zapped and you're even slightly you're even slightly stuck in a situation where you're going to probably get down, you want to chuck out that distraction drone. Especially when you're not running with Exo Medic. So we get to the DNA bomb a little bit too late there and it disappears, unfortunately. So just to remind you guys, like I said at the start in the first part of this series, when you get zapped by the EMZs, you lose your Exo abilities as well as your Exo suit ability. So that means that your Exo health is gone until your suit reboots. So for that reason, you're actually in far more danger than you might think when you get zapped by those EMZs until your suit reboots. Fortunately, the suit reboots pretty quickly. But as a few of you guys have already commented on some of my other videos, like my review of Exo Zombies, it is kind of balanced to have the EMZs, even though they are annoying and they are dangerous and they make it challenging. Without them, it would just be too easy to boost jump away from everything or to boost jump continuously. And there we see the distraction drone distracting the dogs. So it makes them stupidly easy to take out if they all gather around it. As you can see in the higher rounds, with the later dog rounds, the dogs have the same special abilities as some of the zombies. So you get those EMZ dogs. EMDs maybe we should call them. And the explosive ones and stuff like that. But really they're not that dangerous. Alright, so heading into round 20 here. So far so good. And it's just more of the same basically. We'll be training up the zombies. I'm keeping an eye out, trying to watch all of the spawn locations to see if we get any EMZs coming at me. There's explosive zombie there. And fortunately there's no infected zombies in the regular rounds. There's an EMZ right there. Now you can boost jump sideways to get around those EMZs, but you can't boost jump directly over them or you'll get zapped. Just keep that in mind. And I'm going to head through here with the train and get a bunch of points off these guys. So as you can see at Mark 11 we have the larger magazine capacity on the Cell 3. Unfortunately the Pytake doesn't get the extra magazine size when you get to Mark 10 on it, but it's already got the largest magazine size in the game, tied with the other LMG, so we're all good. Now if you do run into problems with your points building weapon in the higher rounds, once it's fully upgraded, then I recommend upgrading a wall weapon like you know, either the submachine gun in the main hub area, or you can get the machine pistol SMG in the administration area, which is probably a little bit better in terms of building points. Okay, racking up the points here. So this map does remind me a little bit of maybe Ascension or even Shi No Numa in terms of the trap strategy you have to use. You have to have a points building weapon to keep up the points that you need to run the traps. And you also need extra points for the trash chute, which I'll talk about as we get to the higher rounds a little bit later on. In terms of the size of the map, a lot of people have been complaining about how tiny it is, but you know what, I would never even have thought of this as being a small map. It's medium sized in my opinion. It's about the size of the old World at War maps. Definitely not as small as say Nuketown or obviously Nacht Der Untoten, some of those maps, you know, Bus Depot, Farm, they're small maps for sure, but this one is pretty medium-sized. We're just used to the huge, sprawling, overblown maps from Black Ops 2, I guess. Ooh, Mark 13! Mark 14! I'm just trying to get a good-looking camo on this thing, if I'm honest. This has a pretty cool sight on it as well, once you upgrade it to this level. But overall, with this mode, I'm very, very happy with Exo Zombies, particularly because this is being the first map. You can only expect it to get better, and hopefully they listen to a lot of feedback that we've given about not having a pause in solo, you know, not having any really great abilities with the upgrades, and some of those things. Hopefully they fix those things, or change them up in future maps, and it's really exciting to see what they'll come up with this fresh look at zombies from Sledgehammer Games. It's definitely going to keep us occupied until Treyarch Zombies comes out, that's for sure, which is going to be awesome. Hopefully they're not going to jump the shark or anything, because they were starting to get to that point a little bit. Okay, we're going to head through and do some trap action now. Why not? We've got enough points. So as you come through the administration area, you might have one or two zombies. Just watch out for those. Hit the trap here. Then you want to get through while it's still yellow. Otherwise, if it turns red, you'll take damage yourself. And there's another trap right here as you come out of this door on the right. You can also turn it on across the room on the catwalk. Now, the important thing is you want to kind of boost jump your way across the other catwalk onto this box here and just go back and forth, avoiding the EMZ zombies, because if they zap you, you'll end up down where the trap is, and that's not a good thing. So try and avoid those guys. If you do get zapped, just go straight for the trash chute right here. Now the trash chute starts off at 100 points, but as you use it, if you use it too quickly after the first time, it will be 500 points. Then if you use it again shortly after that, it'll be 2,000 points, which is super expensive. So if you're using it very, very frequently without allowing it to go through, I guess, a cooldown or whatever, you will go through a ton of points. So just be aware of that. That's why I like to spend a bit of time building up points in between using the traps and the chute. But the cool thing about the chute is it's basically like the old maps, like in Shi No Numa and Riese, which had those escape type, what would you call it, devices? Escape devices? Like in Shi No Numa we had what were those things called? They're kind of like the gondolas, if you know what I mean, where you got on the little thing, pressed the lever, and it took you down from the main hut down into the swamp area and back, so you could escape. The idea was that you could escape using these things. It wasn't very effective in Shi No Numa, to be honest, because you could just jump down anyway. But in Riese you had the teleporters, and they were very, very useful as an escape option, that you could just teleport to another part of the map by spending points. And that's similar to what the trash chute is. It basically lets you escape either from the administration area to the exo room or vice versa. Okay, we must be getting close to another infected zombie round. It might be the next round after this even. We'll have to wait and see. I can't remember exactly when the last one was. So trying to take out these EMZs, there's quite a lot of them now in these higher rounds. And sometimes it's hard to avoid all of them. But like you can see me doing here, you can also use the explosive zombies to take out a bunch of zombies in the train. Throwing out the distraction drone, because you can see I took a hit from an EMZ there. There's a whole bunch of zombies around me, and you can get down in an instant if you're not careful, so it's best to take no chances there. But a couple of things, the main things that I want to see them improve in this Exo Zombies is the weapons. The weapons are the most important thing. They need to introduce something a bit more exotic with some more special abilities, and the upgrades need to do way more than they do right now. I mean, when you've got Atlas, who are this crazy, like, mercenary company with really super high technology with the exosuits and everything like that, the drones and everything, you would expect them to have experimental weaponry, wouldn't you? So they've got the prime opportunity to introduce some really crazy weapons, Atlas weapons, for similar to the Wonder weapons. That's a really cool camo. I like that one. Kind of looks like gristle or something creepy. This is probably one of my favorite camos in the upgraded weapons. So I'm going to head through and get the orbital drop with the points, just because we've got a bit of a break in the game here. And then we're going to move on to round 23. So we'll have to wait and see if that is an infected zombie round or not. 300 points! Oh yeah! Bonus! Alright, take out this guy and we'll move on to round 23.